students, good morning. Students, in previous lecture we were study about the external structure of human heart. Now in this video lecture we are just going to discuss about the internal structure of human heart and their physiology, how it pumps the blood from the whole part of body to the whole part of body. So let's going to discuss about the internal structure. This is, as you all of you introduced in the previous lecture, as the superior vena cava. The superior vena cava receives deoxygenated blood from the whole parts of the body. Here students, deoxygenated means the blood which has lack of oxygen but rich amount of carbon dioxide is present. So superior vena cava, the main function of superior vena cava is to receive the venomous blood or deoxygenated blood from the whole part of body and send it to the first chamber of the human heart, that is the right atrium. What students? This is the right atrium. This whole of the structure is the right atrium. And this is the left atrium. The right and left atrium are separated by a thick muscular structure known as interauricular septum. These are the interauricular septum. And students, this is the chamber in which there are two openings are present with the presence of a valve. These two valves and along with this third valve, they are said to be tricuspid valve. What is the function of valve? These are also called sinoarterial valve, SA valve, because they are lies in the arterium. It does not allow the backflow of the blood. Its main function is that once the blood comes in the chamber, it does not goes backflow. Thus, the circulation of the blood in the body is continued in the direction, it means in certain direction. It helps in maintaining the flow of the blood in a certain direction. And when the cholesterol is deposited on these valves, then this is due to hypercholesteremia, the valves become so narrow and the flow of the blood is obstructed, and it also leads the destruction of the heart valve or damaging of the heart valve, and this is called the symptoms of pain in the heart, or you can say that unbearable pain in the heart, and also known as heart attack. Now students, these are the ventricles, the right ventricle and this is the left ventricle. These ventricles are separated by each other with a thick septum which is called interventricular sulcus. This is the left atrium and this is the right atrium. Likewise, this is the right ventricle and this whole is the left ventricle. And here are the lots of structures you appear. These are the chordae, tilde, artidae, chordae. These are just muscular folded structures found in the human heart at various places inside the cavity or inside these chambers. So these are called chordae, tilde or chordae or tilde, chordae. Okay. These are just pit-like structures and also helps in maintaining the pressure of the blood during the expansion and relaxation of the heart, because these are associated with the cardiac muscles. Is that clear? Now students, this is the arc of aorta, and as you clearly visualize here, this is the three open valve-like structures. These allow to flow the oxygenated blood or distribution of the oxygenated blood above the diaphragm part of the body as well as in lungs also. And this is the pulmonary trunk or artery. As you visualize, here is written two lungs. It means it sends the blood from the left atrium with the help of this semilunar valve to the lungs for the process of oxygenation. Is that clear? And this is the pulmonary vein. These are the pulmonary veins. As I was told you that in pulmonary arteries always flow deoxygenated blood. And here this pulmonary trunk, it means pulmonary artery, receives the venous blood or deoxygenated blood and send it to the lungs for oxygenation. And here is written from lungs in pulmonary veins. What is the means of from lungs? After the oxygenation, the blood is received from the lungs with the help of pulmonary veins, and pulmonary veins always carries oxygenated blood because they receive the oxygenated blood from the lungs and it leads into the third chamber, that is called the left atrium or auricle. You can pronunciate it atrium or auricle because both are the synonyms of each other. So first the blood or oxygenated blood, where comes? The firstly oxygenated blood comes in the left atrium. From left atrium there is a bicuspid valve. This is the valves, and these valves are also called mitral valve. As I was explained, the valves helps in, or you can say that not allow the backflow of the blood. So the blood from the left atrium goes to the left ventricle. Where? Goes to the left ventricle. Is that clear? And from there, with the help of descending aorta, with the help of arc of aorta, and with the help of here what you clearly visualize that the right pulmonary veins and the branches of the pulmonary arteries, this also helps in the circulation of the blood. Thus, bicuspid valve or mitral valve send the blood into the left ventricle, and from there it's distributed to the whole parts of the body with the help of the arc of aorta and the systemic arch descending aorta. Now students, one thing more important to clear here also, these are the branches of the pulmonary artery. And here what I write two lungs. Pulmonary arteries, it means they send the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Is that clear? And these are the right pulmonary veins. They just send the oxygenated blood to the lungs, because lungs has also tissues, cells, structures, and they also needs the oxygen as well as other nutrients to perform their function quite well. So you never confuse, because pulmonary arteries always carry venous blood and pulmonary veins always carry oxygenated blood. Venous blood, impure blood or deoxygenated blood, these are the synonyms of each other. Is that clear? And this is the inferior vena cava. It also helps in receiving the deoxygenated blood from the lower half of the body. Thus students, this is about the internal structure of the human heart. In next video lecture, I also explain about the double circulation, how the circulation of blood take place in the body, and how the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood continuous flow in our body but never mixes. What system work behind this phenomena, just you can find about this fact with diagrammatically representation in our next video lecture, that is the double circulation. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.